Here it be.
Found it.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
It's not playing though.
That sucks.
Weird. Come on now.
You can go. Okay,
Live on perpetual loop.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's that was annoying. Oh, it's uploaded on mine now too. Yay! All right, cool. So we are going to do this. Copy the link. I'm going to put it out there on the Facebooks.
We tried to start at 9:05, but somebody's computer was going drunk off a little bit of the bubbly.
We are live. All right, boom. Oh, damn it. I shared that to my personal page and not to HWR. Okay, well.
Oh, well.
Oh, well.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Look into the camera and say, ah.
Live from HWR HQ. It's the 200, how many?
343.
343rd edition of Houston Wrestling Radio. This is Abel.
This is Gomer.
Gomer.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to go with Gomer tonight.
I guess he's Gomer. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you are watching us live, then thank you. Go ahead and log into your YouTube or Google account. That way you can chat along with us in the live chat. And I'll have you pulled up here on the old handy dandy smartphone, and I'll be able to read what you say. So feel free to ask questions, fact check us, talk shit, or just whatever. And I'll try to involve you as best as I can in the show. If you are not watching us live, that's okay. You can still interact with us on Facebook, facebook.com/Houston Wrestling Radio, or on Twitter at HWrestling Radio. And we also have like Instagrams and all that other stuff. Or you could just, leave a comment down below right here in the old YouTubes. So, Chris, to what do I owe the pleasure for you coming over to my house this late at night? Giggity. Yeah.
I didn't want you to do the episode by yourself tomorrow, since your boy won free tickets to see Fozzy tomorrow.
Yeah. I didn't even know Fozzy was going to be in town.
Apparently neither did Warehouse because nobody bought tickets.
Yeah.
But my nephew and I will be there. So coming off the heels of another live 2-hour episode of the NXTs on USA and on the network. Prophecy fulfilled, brother.
Prophecy fulfilled, indeed.
2 weeks in, what do you think of NXT Live, the presentation, the new stage, the new faces, the old faces, the surprises?
Presentation-wise, I don't think that it was any different than what we've been seeing from NXT. Mm-hmm. Now, full disclosure, I did not actually watch it live last Wednesday. I watched it like yesterday on Hulu. Was commercials. Because I'm not used to that. We're not used to that with NXT. Or at least the WWE has their own little WWE commercials, but not like real
60 seconds.
Yeah, not the real actual commercials, Yeah. So, but everything else presentation-wise, I felt like I was watching NXT just like normal.
Agreed. They brought out some big guns in the beginning. That Fatal 4-Way with the women, Velveteen versus Roddy. The second hour with the surprise of freaking Imperium from NXT UK showing up in the States. Mm-hmm. If I'm not mistaken, that's the first time ever that Imperium has been on the United States. Yep. So that was pretty interesting to see. I was not expecting it. So they last week hooked me on tonight.
Okay.
Now did tonight hook you for next week?
Yeah. It's fair to say I'm very interested in what happens next week.
Okay. We'll break down some of the matches in a little bit.
I don't know what I'm going to watch first or live.
Mm-hmm. But you have DVR, don't you?
I do. So it's not really that big of a problem. So it's not really like Monday Night Wars where you had to fucking choose.
But you can if you want to.
You can if you want to. But I don't know which one I want to watch first. Between that and AEW.
We'll do the persuasive part later on in the show.
Okay.
But I think these first two episodes of NXT have been nothing like NXT before. You know, we have made this comparison for quite some time on this show. You don't need to watch NXT on Wednesdays. Just watch TakeOver. They'll fill you in. They'll get you caught up.
Yeah, you'll be
all right.
Be all right.
Last 2 weeks. Nah, motherfucker.
Last 2 weeks, it's been a big bitch.
Yeah. Clap them cheeks. It was good, man. I mean, I'm actually impressed that they actually. You would think a brand like NXT that we've seen, not from the very beginning, from FCW or from NXT and Hulu or anything, but since NXT's been on the network, and we've seen from the first takeover, to Arrival, to the first takeover, to the 25th takeover. Now we have War Games coming up.
Yeah.
You would think that they wouldn't be able to surprise you. And these last 2 weeks, I think they've gone up another level, surprisingly.
I wouldn't say that they've surprised me, but I think that they put as much thought and effort into these episodes of just NXT TV as they would in the takeovers.
Yeah.
The quality was really good. The matches were really good. It felt like this was must see the same way how takeovers are. Regular NXT TV on the network hasn't been must see, but I think that they feel the pressure now. It's like, oh shit, we're on USA. Let's put on a good show. Oh shit, this is our second week on USA. Let's make sure we put on a good show. Why? Because next week everything changes and we're having a full 2 hours on. Oh, and also, by the way, next week the other guys make their big debut. So pressure's on. Let's make all these episodes must see. You know, and so I don't think it's more like, oh well, NXT TV is going to be great forever. No, I think these are the specials. Your Raw 1000, your 25th anniversary of whatever, this and that. I think that's what they're doing here with these particular episodes. At some point, the quality is going to start returning back to the mean. You know, you're getting a little bit back to normal where all your badass fucking shit, it's going to be at TakeOver. Now, that's not saying that, you know, NXT TV's here, takeovers have been here, and in a while it's going to be way back down here again. No, I think because of the competition, they're going from here to here, and now that the competition's there, they're going to cruise along somewhere in between.
You know? Got you.
Yeah.
For people that have been watching this show for quite some time, I would like for you to have a side of crow with all this. Look into the camera.
It's off-brand Cheetos.
Look into the camera. And tell the audience NXT is no longer developmental. It's a third brand.
NXT is no longer developmental. It's their brand.
Yes.
Kinda.
We did see some new faces tonight. We saw some new faces last week.
Right.
But for the most part, yeah, man, you're on USA. You're getting limited commercial breaks. Everybody, in case you didn't get it hammered home tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah. So big time now. I'm hoping they do good.
Kinda. If somebody
I'm hoping they do good for real.
No. I hope that they do good. But I'm saying that them not being developmental and being the third brand now, kinda. It still remains to be seen whether or not somebody that's in NXT moves on up to Raw or SmackDown. Is that considered an upgrade?
Or if people come down.
Is that considered an upgrade? Yeah. I mean, for the longest time, people were saying, Raw and SmackDown, they're equal. Raw and SmackDown ain't equal. We want it to be equal. Sometimes we really like some of the shit that goes on SmackDown more than on Raw. Sometimes we loved Cena versus Edge more than we loved whatever the fuck was going on with Triple H and Batista on Raw. Yeah. You know? But that doesn't mean that WWE and Vince viewed it that way.
Yeah, it's not just like we want it to be equal. There were times like, just like, for example, McDonald's. Everybody knows about McDonald's, but you and I know. We want a burger, we go to Whataburger.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck McDonald's.
Yeah.
SmackDown was raping the fuck out of Raw for quite some time back in the day, but we didn't know about that because all we knew was Raw was the flagship show because it's been around since 1995, and SmackDown's always been on the come up.
Right.
Has always had a claw up from that, and will always claw from that, basically.
Right.
And now NXT, the little engine that could, now it's like in the Amtrak lanes, and it's got to keep up.
This is. I might piss off some people, you included. I'm actually comparing this a little bit more to WWE ECW.
I agree.
You know, I don't think that we're going to have SmackDown versus Raw versus ECW.
We're going to have
SmackDown versus Raw featuring ECW.
Like 2008 for the Switch. For the Wii.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. It was never all three of them.
Yeah.
You know? So I think NXT is yet to prove themselves to be a third brand. Not yet. Now, is this a step closer? Yeah. But you could, again, back to the argument with SmackDown. Back to the argument with WWE ECW. Like, it was supposed to be a third brand. It was supposed to be a second brand. They were supposed to be on an even footing as Raw, but no, it never is.
Oh, man.
That being said, I'm still going to enjoy it. Yeah, McDonald's is the one that kicks ass, but we go to Whataburger, we go to Five Guys. It's a lot better.
Steak and Shake.
Steak and Shake, yeah, it's a lot better. But, you know, it's not the one with the most market share.
Let's hammer out some more headlines real quick before we break down the matches that are coming up. AAA had their big event in New York.
Oh, they did?
On Mexican Independence Day.
Oh.
So, along with other people that were struggling in MSG, they wound up moving it to the theater next door.
They did?
Yeah, for the show, because they were struggling to sell tickets. Tickets apparently weren't their biggest issue. Take a guess how many pay-per-views that show sold in the U.S.
200 or 2,000.
2,000?
2,000.
60.
60 period?
Not 60,000. 60. 60. That's it.
Ay, papá.
You making Impact look like competition here. 60. And they had Pentagon and Phoenix and who else?
I don't know.
Did you see anything on Facebook? Did you see anything on the telly, on cable, on anything?
This is the first I'm hearing about it.
Wow. Yeah. Hopefully that doesn't scare them off. It gives you a nice little, I wouldn't even say it's a foundation, but at least you're taking the temperature of the room. So now you know the next time you show up what to wear.
Right.
You know? 60. Fuck.
Damn. How much is that in pesos?
The conversion right now is 19 and a quarter for every dollar. So.
Oh, okay. 60 times 20, basically?
Yeah.
All right.
Have you seen the video of Shane Taylor recently?
Doing what? No.
So the whole story with Ring of Honor is that Shane Taylor has been looking for competition for his television title, and he hasn't had any.
Oh, I heard a little bit about this. Yeah.
So instead of finding him competition, Shane was going to quit. And Ring of Honor was like, well, if you're quitting, give us the title. We'll put it on a new champion. So Shane was going to take the title and defend it elsewhere.
Oh, shit.
So they've come to terms, and Shane will be defending it, and Taylor staring. You get the side view of him while he's talking to the title. And not on the same level, I'm going to preface this, but it's one of those CM Punk pipe bomb moments where you're like, wait a minute. I don't think that was written for that guy. I bet that guy's going off the hip. And it was delicious.
Really?
Yeah, we've seen Shane Taylor cut some sick promos, man.
That's true.
In person. Before before Ring of Honor knew what a Shane Taylor was.
Right.
You know, so we know what the guy's all about. And yeah, he proved it in that video for me, man. Death Before Dishonor in a triple threat against Flip Gordon and Tracy Williams from Lifeblood, I think.
Okay.
But
I believe you.
Yeah, we'll run with that. Match of the week, have it.
All right.
What you got?
The four-way from the women's four-way from NXT last week. Yeah.
Okay. There's a lot of dude. I want to say maybe like 80% of that NXT episode could have been match of the week candidate.
I think so too. The reason why the women's match is sticking out to me a little bit more than any of the other matches, especially the North American title match, is because it kept my attention. I don't know if it's because I knew who was winning already, because I was spoiled on it, because, again, I didn't watch it on Wednesday. But for some reason, it never made me put my phone down. Velveteen versus Strong. It never made me put my phone down. The girls' match made me put my phone down. And then the guys start, oh, man, this is cool. Here, let me check Facebook while they're doing their entrances, whatever. Full intention on putting my phone down, and I never did. And I know there were some cool spots, little stuff here and there. Oh, okay, that's cool. And then it was over. And now I don't know if that's on me, I know a lot of people were saying the match was really, really good, but I personally, I don't know if fucking ADD or whatever, I was too sleepy or there was something more interesting on my phone.
It's probably your taste because I was on my phone diddling during the women's match. I could hear them going off. I could hear the crowd reacting, but like I mentioned last time we had the conversations, like all 4 of these girls have already lost to Shayna. I don't have an interest in seeing either of them. So watching them wrestle together to see who's going to be the one that's going to get their ass kicked again by Shayna is like, eh. So it might just be taste, or it might be just be history. I thought Velveteen and Strong was a good match.
It was.
No, don't.
1 moment.
What the fuck? Possessed. I actually like that Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu MMA guy that fought Pete Dunne. He looked pretty impressive. Cool. I think I've seen him wrestle once or twice.
What's his name again?
I forget. Yeah. What else? Becky versus Sasha.
That was pretty good.
Was a good match. It was better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. Are we counting tonight's NXT for match of the week, or is that? Okay. What about Dane versus Riddle? Part 2, apparently. I
showed up right as that match started. I think it was already going in for a while, so I personally wouldn't count it.
Okay. A match that you probably would have counted.
I want to watch what you're about to say.
Donovan Dijakovic versus Keith Lee.
Oh, bitch, my heart.
Son of a bitch, man. That match was badass. But I know I'm usually not this guy. I'm usually more on the other side of it, of the argument, but I'm going to argue for Cornette here on this match, which was, well, goddamn, how many times are you going to have somebody kick out of something impossible? Like, yeah, I felt that a little bit. I mean, Donovan Dijakovic pulling off a top rope Canadian destroyer on Keith Lee.
Oh, you spoiled McGee.
Sorry.
That's just as bad as you showing me Iron Man snapping the gauntlet.
For a 2 count.
Oh!
That wasn't the end of the match. That coulda, shoulda, would have been, probably should have been.
Was that the first match of the show?
Yes, it was.
Okay, good.
It was. But goddamn, you tell me that's not the finish? Goddamn, brother. Like, yeah, Cornette, you might, yeah, I might side with Cornette on this match. But
apparently they wrestled before on NXT before.
Yeah, this is part 2.
Yeah, so maybe this is escalating to something else.
Yeah, possibly, but I don't know. There's something that should be said sometimes for like people doing the impossible and then the leading to a kick out. You know, so while I enjoyed it and I enjoyed the elements and I liked the move, seeing the move was fucking pretty and astonishing considering the 2 men's size. It was like, okay, well, we're not really suspending disbelief here, you know.
I'm gonna jump back to last week's episode.
Okay.
One that exceeded my expectations.
Okay.
Was Oney Lorcan against Lio Rush for #1 contender of the Cruiserweight title. That match was tits. It was good. It was really good.
It was good. I really enjoyed seeing Leo not being a lackey and a manager and just whoever the fuck he was. Like I enjoy seeing him as, here's competent wrestler.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
How about the finals of the King of the Ring tournament? Gable and Corbin.
That was good.
The only negative for me isn't so much the match, but I doubt Gable is going to be as hot as he was in that match. This whole tournament, Gable's been built up as the legend that could. But now it's like, well, there's more trains on the track now. So
now he has a little engine that we thought could, but couldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see how long those short jokes last before I get tired of just seeing him on the screen because everybody's going to be making fun of him.
Oh, I'm already done with the short jokes.
Really?
Like one guy saying it, being a bully or whatever, like if it was just Corbin doing the short jokes. But if it's like the commentators and other wrestlers and that's his thing, I'm like, oh, okay, I'm done.
Last minute entry to the list for my match of the week. As far as contenders go, I don't even know if I have a pick. They're all like right here, kind of.
Yeah.
I mentioned a few weeks ago I saw that 5-on-5 Captain's Challenge match on 205, and the standouts for me, oddly enough, Humberto Carrillo, which I think is like, what's the Mexican version of Wonder Bread?
Pan de Wonder.
Pan de Maravilla? I don't
know.
It's like Mexican sweetbread. Like, I don't know. Humberto Carrillo and Angel Garza.
Yeah.
Those two stood out in that 5-man. So,
okay.
The story of this is this morning, or yesterday, was Angel Garza's birthday, and his cousin, Humberto Carrillo, congratulated him and celebrated him a happy birthday on Twitter. Angel Garza's reply was, "Let's have a match." And that's how we got this match. 16 minutes of good stuff, man. Humberto's one of those guys that's slowly starting to win me over. And Angel Garza's just got that charisma coming out every hojo, man. It's like everywhere. It's like,
every hole.
I was gonna say oil, every hole in him. It's like, but dude, it was a fun match, dude. And the highlight is for me, above everything else, not to be a homer. Try not to be a homer.
Well,
WrestleMania 17.
You're a homer.
For the whatever negatives I had of Dio Madden on commentary in his first night, I think he's coming along.
Oh yeah, okay.
Big Joseph was throwing both
Aiden
and Dio the entries to come in and join the conversation. Sometimes, as good as Big Joseph is, like Morrow, he can go. Or if there's enough chemistry in a group and you're the third wheel, that chemistry is going to override and not let somebody in, and somebody has to let you in.
Right.
And I think Vic, another example of his positives, where he just lets everybody into the party and everybody goes off, and it felt a lot more fluid.
Mm-hmm.
At least in that match, I didn't get to watch the main event, which was the tag match with Team 1-2 against Tony Nese and Gabagulak. But the first match I saw was really good. I liked it a lot. And then in the end, Carrillo wins, and Aiden English is all boasting on commentary. "Oh my God, what a great day! It's his birthday. He got a victory, and now he's gonna go home and celebrate." And then Vic and fucking Dio in tandem. "It's not his birthday." I just like, yeah,
because it was the other one's birthday.
Yeah, it was the other one's birthday. I laughed. Oh, dude, and Aiden's on commentary was fucking hilarious. He's like, "Oh, he should make it the best birthday Angel ever has. Fucking Humberto should get him chocolates and balloons and roses and flowers and then so he's talking. So Vic goes to Dio, and then Vic asks Aiden the questions. "Hey, so what do you think is gonna be? How can Angel Garza pull out a victory?" And he's still going off. "Humberto should get him this and this," and he did that like 4 times. It's just fucking hilarious. Dude, that was good. I kind of didn't want to keep watching because I didn't want it to go down. Like, it wasn't an upper. I was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna end it at that." That's it.
Ended on a high note.
Ended on a high note.
Okay.
Fuck it. You still got 45 minutes to disappoint me. We ain't got time for that shit.
All right.
Before we go to the head-to-head war, the people that started it, Monday Night Raw, their season premiere this Monday on USA.
Season
premiere this Monday. Anticipation level for Sasha Banks against Alexa Bliss.
Ooh, Banks versus Bliss. 6.
How'd you end up there?
I like Banks. I like Bliss a lot. But I think it's just going to be another match on SmackDown on Raw, on a special Raw, but still on Raw, no less. So it's going to be nice, but it's going to be somewhat inconsequential, I would assume.
Gotcha.
What about you?
I'm also at about a 6.
Okay.
It's even between the two, which I find surprising. Sasha came back. I was like, "Oh yay!" Oh, I remembered why I didn't like her. The tag match that they had at Madison Square Garden, where all 4 horsewomen were in there, which we're gonna see that match again in a couple weeks. And then her match with Becky at the pay-per-view. She's slowly winning me over.
Okay.
So I'm optimistic at a 6. And hopefully Alexa Bliss keeps from getting hurt.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah. So yeah, I've got it is inconsequential. I have it ending in a schmoz.
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Banks will win it. Banks will win it. Banks needs the win.
Momentum.
For momentum. Bliss doesn't really need the win because it's not even her division that she's in right now because she's more about the tag titles.
AJ Styles defends the United States title against Cedric Alexander.
I am surprisingly at a 7. I think that when we talked about this going into the pay-per-view, that fuck, I'm at like an 8 or a 9 or something like that. Well, law of diminishing returns. I've seen it.
It was on a pre-show, right?
Yeah, I think this is like their 3rd or 4th encounter, and
this is their 2nd match.
Oh yeah, but they've had other and it seems like AJ's just gonna get the better of him. Has been getting the better of him, and I don't have any hope that Seth's gonna win. So yeah. So it's gonna be a good match, not as good as the others, and I don't think we're gonna get anything surprising as far as who wins. It's gonna be AJ winning, and that's it.
The match itself, I'm at a solid 6. Even though I failed to watch their match on the pre-show, I still think as their talent, they can't put on a bad match. Again, saying that I didn't watch it the first time, but it feels another inconsequential kind of thing, you know.
Like it's nice on paper, but in the grand scheme of things, it's so. So what?
I got AJ.
You really?
Mm-hmm.
You didn't?
I didn't watch Raw Monday. I was.
You did? Son of a bitch.
What was I doing Monday?
You know what? Maybe I don't want to know.
Oh. I didn't watch it. I forgot.
Well, we know what you weren't doing.
Okay, yeah, I wasn't wrong. Or was I? I don't know.
Bro, are you okay?
Dude, the last couple of days, like today during lunch, I was like, man, what did I do last night? It's like, well, work late. Oh, yeah, I went to Travis's.
Wow. That's how much you mean to Travis. Oh, yeah, I went to his place, I think.
Oh, I worked an event. There it is. See, this is what I haven't had alcohol in a couple of days. So, like...
You're like Bender. It's your fuel, right?
Yeah.
You're running low on alcohol.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Wow.
So there was a 5-way for number 1 contender.
Okay.
Rey Mysterio eked out a victory.
Yeah.
Ray against Seth Rollins. Universal title.
What do you think? I think it's way too obvious that this is a season premiere, so we have to have names on the card. So we'll let Rey Mysterio, who is a big-time fan favorite, he's a legend, this and that, but he ain't winning. So, okay, it's going to be a cool little match, Seth versus Rey. I'm at about an 8, and I know Seth's winning.
Match-wise, I think I'm at an 8 because it's the first time I'm seeing them wrestle each other.
Okay.
So that's got me intrigued. But what's got me intrigued is like this 1-2 punch storyline. Hit you with the left hand first. We've done this for about a month and a half. Ray's about to retire, and then Baby Walter's like, nah, man, you need to stay for the family. And so now Ray's been on this like kind of like win streak.
Baby Walter.
So Ray's been kind of on a little win streak.
Right.
Do you ruin that whole storyline by having Ray lose on an inconsequential show for the sake of it being season premiere to Seth? Because I would think think the comeback story is trashed if he loses to Seth, right?
Right. But I don't think he's gonna just lose to Seth. I think something else is gonna happen there to further that storyline. What? I don't know. Is Dominic gonna come out? Is somebody else coming out, Bray coming out to ruin the match? Is going to be a double count out or something? I don't know. There's going to be some sort of hinky finish there.
Second punch.
Okay. Oh, portion of the live chat says Ray's just there to get got by Bray.
Maybe it's the.
I think more Bray getting after Seth, not Bray getting after Mysterio.
The writer in me, the wrestling fan that wants to be a writer someday, because the hernia is keeping me from wrestling and I'm old and lazy. I've been having this conundrum ever since a couple of weeks ago when they announced that Bray versus Seth was happening for the title at Hell in a Cell, and I used the quotation marks because I asked myself, is The Fiend a character that needs definition by having the title?
No.
So would it be interesting if Ray wins the Universal title because of Bray, and that's what fuels Seth wanting to have this match so bad at Hell in a Cell?
Interesting.
Because if Bray loses at Hell in a Cell for the title, that's another situation where, okay, fuck this character. You're like, for the ADD fans, you just blew like a 3-year storyline in like 6 weeks.
As much as The Fiend is badass as a character, Swamp
6 weeks
over, but what killed it? His lose streak. He couldn't win for shit. He was badass and intimidating and would play the mind games and like fuck up everybody, and they would be scared whenever they got into the match. But then when they got into the match, they won. Bray never won shit. So it's going to be the same here with The Fiend. If, oh man, they're Fiend at Firefly Funhouse. Oh, it's so cool. Look at his match.
Sold out all this shit on the store.
Yeah. Oh, wow. He's so amazing. Well, yeah, but once he gets in there and he starts losing to everybody, it's going to be the same thing. You took a really badass gold mine of a character and you tarnished it by, just having it lose and lose and lose and lose.
So I'm curious. Like, I don't see it so obvious that The Fiend is going to cause Seth to lose. I mean, is going to cause Ray to lose. Like, I'm thinking there's something greater here. Like, the things that...
The thing that's greater here is Dominic. The whole reason why Ray is still wrestling is because of Dominic, and we haven't seen his big Walter ass.
So if he keeps referencing that he lost something, if he loses if he lost Sister Abigail, his sibling, what do you think? Maybe The Fiend goes after Dominic?
And he'll be like, I'm your papi.
I'm appreciating the sell job that Seth is doing, that he's like crapping his pants whenever Bray took out Braun. Yeah. Let me repeat that. Bray took out Braun. So you're going to have Bray lose to Seth for the title?
Yeah.
I mean, I know fans. Would you as a wrestling fan be more pissed off if a great character, probably the character of the year for that company, is built up so well just to get beaten in his first high-profile match? Or would you be more upset if you have another Hell in a Cell match end by disqualification to save face of both the people in the match?
Man, that's the other thing. Yeah. I don't want to see...
You're booking yourself into a corner.
Yeah, you kind of are. Because the Hell in a Cell matches should have definitive ends and not no contest or something. Because it's Hell in a Cell, there's no rules.
Yeah.
Right? That's stupid. I don't know. Portion of the live chat, she says Bray just wants to have more friends on his wall. That's why he would go after Mysterio. But again, I think you said it's a 1-2 punch. There's two arms to what's happening in this match. There's the character and the storyline development with Ray, which is independent from the character and storyline development between Seth and Bray. Mm-hmm. So it might intersect a little bit, but I don't think there's going to be lasting, continuing feuds between Ray and Wyatt. Mm-hmm. Mysterio and Wyatt. I don't think. That might save face for Mysterio to not take a clean loss, but I don't think it's going to be something where, okay, Bray is going to continue to fuck him up. Now, will he get put up on his wall if that's the case? Yeah, sure, why not? He's got fucking Kurt Angle on the wall. And what did he do to Kurt? Just
one night,
that's it. Boom. Yeah. Okay, great. So it doesn't need to be a feud to have him on the wall, but I don't know. But something's going to happen there. And and as inconsequential as we're saying that this is going to be, it may not be. But that's why I'm not rating it like how I rated the previous matches, 6, 7. That's why this one's at an 8. Because there's a little bit more, what are you going to do here, kind of to it.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I'm comfortable picking a winner here. But
somehow Seth is going to have that title.
Man,
I like your idea.
I would be impressed if they threw a curveball.
Yeah.
Because the whole Fiend character has been a complete curveball. And even from before the last pay-per-view, before Clash of Champions, where Bray cut the promo that he was already foreshadowing getting a Universal title match at Hell in a Cell. That's like way left curvy. Like we don't hear that kind of stuff.
Right.
You know, so I'm hoping that they throw us a curveball and something with this. Yeah. So I'm actually, this is going to be one of the rare times I'm not going to pick a winner for this match. I'm going to just watch it and see where it goes.
I would pick a Seth, but if Mysterio wins it, I'll be pleasantly surprised.
What are you watching live, NXT or AEW?
Oh, God damn it.
Wednesday, 7 o'clock. You're on the couch. You're on your recliner. Lay back. With your mind on your money and your money on your mind. What are you watching live?
AEW.
Okay.
Do you want to know why? You said okay, like we were going to move on.
Why?
Okay, the reason why is because...
Oh,
God damn! No, the reason why is because it's the first time.
Yeah.
That's simple. I don't care what you put on the card for NXT. You know, well, I mean, I kind of do.
I was going to flip that around and say, does it matter what you throw on the card for AEW?
No, it's the first time. Okay. The wrestling historian in me, like how you like to say, is I want to see the first.
All right, well, I'm going to hit you with the first.
All right.
Nyla Rose against Riho for the inaugural AEW Women's penny belt flattened by a train championship.
Oh, is that what it looks like?
Yeah.
I think I've seen the title, but okay, whatever.
So I have a lot of conductors.
I can tell you who I want to win. Who I want to win is Rio. If you're a fan of this show and you've watched, like a couple of weeks ago or last week, whenever it was,
we went off on Nyla in a good way.
Yeah. So I want Riho to win, right? That's what I want to win. I think they may just give it to Nyla because the story is there. Riho is just nondescript Joshi wrestler from Japan, and that's it. Whereas Nyla, oh man, first ever transgendered female wrestler, and that's going to create controversy. It's going to get maybe the eyes of like TMZ and Entertainment Tonight, and holy fuck, what's going on here? A trans person is having a women's title. No, that can't. Like, it's gonna create more buzz. So I think the smart move for Cody and Khan and company to do is to put it on to Nyla. But I don't want her to win it. I want Riho to win it. And the reason why is because, again, it's not going to be any surprise if you listen to my rants before. I don't really like her wrestling style. I don't like Nyla Rose in-ring ability. I love her story. I love what's going on. I love the fact that they're giving a trans person a chance and that they're putting that in a positive light. That's fucking awesome. Badass. Great story. I'm not sold on her in-ring.
I believe AEW has a problem. And it might be a big problem. And it's emphasized in this match. We've already had the heel win the inaugural title there with Chris Jericho. So I would prefer Riho to win it as a babyface. The problem is their heels right now are so much better than their faces.
Okay.
That I'm not sure if the faces are going to be able to keep people's attention on that show. Right now, the heels of the show, right off the bat, Maxwell Jacob Friedman. You said it. He's the Miz character that the Miz always wanted to be. You have Chris Jericho, the Painmaker, all the nicknames for the last 25 years. You've got Kenny Omega talking so much trash on the internet about NXT and the wrestlers and how they're like dark matches compared to his main event.
Right.
And Nyla, transgender woman. They have great heels And they have a fucking variety. They got a dude with no legs. They got a transgender chick. They got a dude that's like, I don't know what the word is. It's not pansexual. It's bi. Is he bi?
Who?
Sunny Kiss?
Oh, I don't know.
So, somebody in that room will know what the terminology is.
Well, I don't know what he is. So what he self-identifies as. But
he is a character independent from everything that you see on the main television show.
Yeah.
And in the face section of all that, who you got? Adam Page, who's kind of already getting booze.
Well, Sunny Kiss is a face.
No, but like the top tier faces in the company.
Oh, okay.
Who are your top tier faces in the company?
The Bucks.
You think the Bucks are face?
The Bucks are definitely faces. The Bucks are faces. I don't think Cody is
in the feud against the Lucha Bros. Who are the faces and who are the heels?
The Bucks. And the Lucha Bros were the heels, weren't they?
Young Bucks, the guy that unmasked Pentagon for the 8th time this year, they were the face?
Maybe they're tweeners.
Cody now in his feud with Shawn Spears is the face. But before then,
he was a heel.
He was a heel also.
Goldust to be a face.
Yeah.
Hangman's a face.
Again, but not a face that everyone recognizes or that right now in this climate after a year that everyone likes. So, not that it's a complaint because I would actually be pleasantly pleasant if they give the belt to Nyla and see what direction they take her.
Because what is Nyla right now? Is she a face or is she a heel?
Oh, she's heel.
You sure?
Time. Oh, she's heel.
Okay.
Yeah, 2-1 that triple threat match where the two little Yoshi girls. Yo, she's a heel.
Okay.
Yeah, she's a heel.
Portion of the live chat says, Sonny's fabulous. That's what he is.
All right.
Sonny is fabulous.
LGBTQF. Book it. Book it. Let's see how Dave Chappelle fits that into his new joke.
Oh, God.
The Elite. Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks against Chris Jericho and 2 mystery partners. Anticipation.
You got me with the mystery partner. I'm at a 9.
I'm going to take a wild guess at the Lucha Bros, and even if it's not, I'm at a 9 also.
Yeah.
Because,
just look at the people that are listed for that match.
This is the Elite's debut on primetime television in the United States.
Yeah, the Elite versus their champ, Jericho, and 2 people of his choosing. Okay, cool. I'm down. And it's weird. I feel a little hypocritical saying that because I don't think that this is going to be consequential. There's that word again. This might be hey, let's just put something to wow the audience just to have name value and have a badass match. And it's not necessarily going to be something that's going to be a story driven or have feuds coming out of it. Maybe.
Can I do a quick rebuttal?
Yes.
Remember that every single match counts to their record.
Even
in like team matches, singles matches, all together, they have the little columns on the side next to their names.
Yeah.
So until they prove to me that the record idea is inconsequential, everything on this show every week is consequential. They've announced for the first 7 weeks where they're going to be taping television. And for the first 7 weeks, they have at least 2 matches booked. Sometimes the whole show's already booked.
But just because they have a little record down at the bottom next to their nameplate where it says 2 and 3, a win-loss, just because they have that doesn't mean that they're going to treat that as something so fucking valuable. Just because there's a little graphic there. I haven't heard anybody talk about, well, what do you get with the standings? Do the standings determine if you get a title shot? Do you have to be over 500? Do you have
a ranking?
Do we have a playoff? Do we have a ranking? Can somebody skip the ranking if somebody has a feud with somebody? Or is it going to be, nope, your ranking is your ranking and that's it. I don't care if I have beef with you, but if Travis has a better ranking than you, I'm fighting Travis and not you, even though I hate you. And I'm like, hey, Travis, what's up?
Yeah.
Speaking
of the devil, he mentioned this on when we were hanging out yesterday. It's like, so explain to me why Cody's getting a title shot against fucking Chris Jericho. I was like, well, it's a ranking system. Cody beat Shawn Spears.
Okay.
Cody survived a draw with Darby Allin. He beat Dustin last year. That might have been considered. He beat him at Double or Nothing. That's considered AEW.
Yeah.
So he's 2-0-1.
Yeah.
You know?
And then what's going to happen when you have a upcoming babyface that's lovable loser, loses, but everybody fucking loves him, and they win one match. They beat their fucking champ in one match. Oh fuck! Well, you beat the champ, you should probably get a title shot, right? No, his record is 72-1. So no,
1-72.
Yeah, sorry, 1-72. You're like, no, he's not getting nothing. So it's like, oh, okay.
I need to refresh myself who Brandon Cutler is.
I don't know that.
But he's wrestling MJF.
All right. 5, 10 for MJF, 0 for whoever.
Got you.
This
Brandon Cutler.
Veal Cutlet. What's his name?
I get him confused with that guy from Forgotten Sons. So I need to. So I need to know who this guy is.
Yeah.
I'm at a 7, mostly for MJF, obviously. Yeah. But again, just like NXT the last couple of weeks, they've dared to bring on some people that have not either are new to the show or rare. They don't show up that often. So I'm willing to give this kid the benefit of the doubt. Somebody has seen something in this kid to put him on their first episode.
Right.
That's my mentality on this. So that's why I'm being a little more optimistic than I should, and I'm gonna be at a 7. Of course, I got MJF winning this.
Me too.
You know, salt of the earth. We're opening the show with Cody Rhodes against Sammy Guevara. What do you think?
I'm going to be a homer on this one. I'm going to go with a 9.5.
Woo!
I really, 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 really want to see
Cody's
this.
from Texas?
No, Sammy Guevara, you dick. Hey, Cody is Cody. Cody is the top dog there. You know,
number one contender.
It's his fucking company.
Among others.
Yeah. So it's like, okay, cool. Yeah. Cody is a big fucking deal when it comes to AEW, and I respect that, and I want to see him and what he does. And the guy that books, is he gonna book himself to be the champ? I don't know. So I'm very interested in seeing how he books himself. All right, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So any Cody match, I'm interested. Any Cody match, I'm interested. But I'm also extra interested in the fact that Sammy Guevara is gonna be on the first ever episode of AEW against the main guy.
Match.
The first match, what the fuck? You know, like
I would like if this opens the show rather than like a promo or something.
I get so excited for Keith Lee. I get so excited for Shane Taylor. I get so excited for Raymond Rowe. I get so excited for Brennan. You're telling me I'm not going to be excited for Sammy Guevara? Fuck yes, I'm going to be excited for the best ever Sammy Guevara from right here in Houston, Texas. Bang, bang. Of course. I'm going to get excited for this kid. Of course. You know, now, do I have as personal of a connection as I do with the aforementioned guys? No, I don't. I didn't get to see him at the VFW like I did Ray Rowe and Shane Taylor, okay? I didn't get to hang out and Keith Lee. I didn't get to hang out at his apartment like I did with Brendan Williams. So I've only met this dude once, and I've seen him wrestle even less, or well, maybe like 2 or 3 times, and that's it, okay? So I don't have that connection, but God damn it, he's from here. He's one of us. He's another one of us that fucking made it, you know? So yes, I'm excited. So yeah, 9.5. Who's gonna win? Cody. Duh.
I'm at a 9. Also, okay. I'm curious to see. You know, when I first saw Cody with Darby Allin, I was like, man, their styles are not gonna mesh well because Darby comes across as more of a hardcore guy, a Mick Foley, Terry Funk super fan in his own way. Somehow Cody made that work.
Yeah.
I saw Cody against Dustin at Double or Nothing. We've had that match at least half a dozen times on WWE television.
But it was different.
It's not going to be any better than what I just saw. Holy fuck, it's on our Match of the Year list.
Yeah.
So you're telling me you're going to put Cody in the ring against one of the most flippy-dippiest people that are on that roster? You were at one point with Shane McMahon where at some point you got proven wrong enough that you gave the guy the benefit of the doubt until he let you down.
Okay.
And I think I'm right there with Cody.
Oh,
that has nothing to do with booking himself to be I'm not going that far ahead. I'm just looking at the match that's coming up next week. I think that he can make that match work. I'm curious to see if Cody, for a guy that doesn't do a lot of flippy dippies, tries to turn that up to see if he can hang with a guy like Sammy. Like, can he bring out something that I haven't seen of Cody? Or can we see, or can he bring something out of Sammy that I haven't seen Sammy because he's in a ring with Cody?
Yeah.
So all that, and that builds anticipation. Like, look at this. I'm already getting goosebumps just thinking about the whole thing.
Yeah.
Now I'm at a 9.5.
Oh,
You see, Braille.
Yeah, you are.
Braille. That's Braille for at the half.
At a half.
Yeah, sometimes that half is all you need.
That's all you need, papi. Hi.
Well, I need one more to make it a solid 10, but we'll keep it at 9.5 for now. But I'm at 9.5 for this, man. I'm genuinely intrigued in the first episode of AEW. I'm watching it live at Scott's place. I still want to watch NXT because they've earned it.
Yeah.
But the hook for me is they're gonna air NXT the next night on the network anyway. So
yeah,
and so a guy that doesn't have cable, I'm watching AEW. So that's so. But again, just like you, first women's champ's gonna be there. First episode. I could still remember clear as day the first episode of WCW from the Mall of America in Minneapolis. Jushin Liger against fucking Brian Pillman.
And nobody ever talks about the second episode.
Yeah.
Nobody ever talks about the second champ. That's why Jericho was such a big deal. Jericho winning it and the controversy back and forth. But you could watch 2 episodes ago to hear my opinion on that.
John Moxley, I think, is supposed to appear at this episode also.
That'd be cool.
Overall, for the episode, I'm at a 9.
I'm at a 9 too.
Yeah.
Now, before we move on from anything else AEW or away from AEW, I'd like to bring up a certain point, though. There is a small bit of skepticism that's just and a lot of fanfare going into AEW. But
not of us.
If you kind of look through and look past this one thing here, there is something about AEW that is lacking. Now, I don't know if it'll forever be lacking or just because they're barely starting out, but so far, there is nothing in AEW, or at least there's a deficiency of, I don't want to say nothing, there's a deficiency of AEW for kayfabe interesting storytelling. The reason why Marks, and I admittedly am a Mark, the reason why Marks are so interested in AEW isn't because of the kayfabe storytelling, it's because of the real life storytelling. You're telling me these guys that were in a fucking NWO wannabe faction in New Japan thought they were so badass they're going to start their own fucking company? God damn, that's real life. That's not kayfabe. That's real life. That's what they really did. That got my attention. That got your attention. That got the attention of everybody else that said, you know what, we're going to sell out the fucking Chicago Center in 3 minutes. Like, that was real life story, and we were intrigued. It was interesting. Can they pull it off? Can they sell out? Holy fuck, they did sell out. It's the same shit as we're gonna raid Area 51. Boom, 2 million people fucking subscribes. Now, did anybody show up? No, just 100 motherfuckers showed up. But still, the fact that they showed up, that's still pretty funny.
Yeah.
But 2 million people got in on the joke because, damn, this is awesome. So however many million people this is affected for wrestling fans, they're in on it because the story. But the story isn't a manufactured pen to paper, let me write a story. All of their stories, all the stuff that we talked about, all this stuff that's interesting isn't because of actual shit that they wrote. None of this is kayfabe. It's all, well, what are they really going to do? Are they going to sink or swim? Is it going to be interesting? Are they going to make it? And whatever. There's no kayfabe story that's super interesting between the Elite and Jericho versus 2 mystery guys. There's no kayfabe story between Riho and Nyla Rose.
The only one I think is Hangman against MJF, and they've been pushing that for months.
Right.
But they're still simmering that down because we're not getting those 2 together anytime soon.
And that's not going to be on this episode.
I know.
There's no kayfabe story between Cody and Sammy Guevara. You know, like
I think that's going to remedy itself once we start knocking out some of these episodes because we don't have time.
I hope so. But as of yet, so far, a year after this experiment has already started and 3-4 special events,
pay-per-views,
later, pay-per-views, whatever, 3 or 4 since then, we don't have any compelling story-driven that is kayfabe. All of it is, wow, these guys really have the balls to do it. Wow, they're really pulling it off. Wow, they're having really good matches.
Whoa,
wow,
they got TNT.
They got a TV deal. Whoa, they got a TV deal. And
they sold out 9 weeks in a row.
And WWE is going to be on the same night as them. Ooh, but it's nothing like, oh, hey, we actually wrote this badass character, and this character is getting over.
The Dark Order.
They didn't write, hey, we need to find a guy that can be the dude that's going to be undefeated for 72 matches. And then, when he gets to that 72, he's going to fight somebody at the fucking, Atlanta, Georgia Silverdome or whatever it is.
When you say kayfabe, are you just focusing on the story? Because I think they have seeds for that.
They have seeds.
Because if you're telling me, give me something kayfabe from AEW, the first thing I'm going to tell you is a boy and his dinosaur. That's not something that you rank on records and you keep track. That's a love story that you fall for.
That's character development.
Yes.
They've had character development, but they haven't had story angles and story lines. Okay, a boy and his dinosaur. Wow, that's pretty funny.
Oh, that's fucking Dylan from 90210's kid? Oh.
Who the fuck they wrestling? And why are they wrestling?
They're in a tournament.
They're in a tournament. Tournaments are a way to to have badass matches that mean something without having grudges that you wrote a story for. I
hope so. I hope we get there.
That's the point. Yeah. We'll get there, but we're not there yet. So it kind of makes me a little skeptical on that. Hopefully.
Did you feel the same way when Lucha Underground started? When we heard Lucha was coming, you're like, oh my God, we don't have any stories for a show that hasn't started yet.
Well, I didn't really get too much into it until we fucking saw the first. Yeah. And all Lucha Underground was fucking story and character development. The first fucking episode hooked me because look at all this backstory on all these characters. They're developing these characters, and now by episode 2 and 3, holy fuck, all these characters that we know why they are who they are, now they're interacting with each other in a story. Now, even if the wrestling was complete dog shit, I still would have been compelled to see what the story was. Now, it's an extra bonus, and it put the cherry on top of that fucking cake when the wrestling was really fucking badass too, Yeah. And that's why Lucha Underground was so good, because it had all of those elements. They had character development, it had great kayfabe storylines, it had great wrestling, and there was a little bit of a compelling story after the first season as to non-kayfabe story as are they going to make it? Are they going to have a second season? I don't know. Oh, Modelo's supposed to be sponsoring them, but
that was third season. Oh, yeah. The Modelo thing was about third season.
Okay, well, whatever. But still, that was enough to oh, fuck. And then now they're having contract disputes. Oh, some of their guys are leaving. Oh, if their guys are leaving.
Pentagon's the champ and he's leaving. What is he losing?
What the fuck are they going to do? They're done for now. And then, no, they weren't done for. Holy shit, they still put out a really good season. Yeah. Good for them. That's non-kayfabe story.
Got you.
You see? All right.
The competition on the other channel, NXT. If you're not thinking that they're taking this seriously, this is a lineup right now. Yeah. Just now.
Yeah.
Women's titles on the line. Shayna Baszler against Candice LeRae. Anticipation level.
7.
I think I'm also at a 7.
We've seen it. I like Candice. She's cute. She's cute.
I like her now. I see her as Candice LeRae, not as Mrs. Gargano. Yeah, that was my biggest gripe when when she first showed up on the roster. Now
she was just Mrs. Gargano.
Now she's coming into her own.
That's good, but
she's still gonna die.
Yeah.
If there's one person from Baszler's past that's gonna beat her, I would like to think it's Dakota Kai.
Ooh, that'd be interesting. Full circle story. That'd be cool.
Yeah. So I've got Shayna retaining still. She's a name that you want to have that belt on her when NXT appears to the main to the casuals, so they can associate. Okay, that's Ronda's friend, and she's the one with the belt, and Ronda doesn't have a belt. Okay, I'm gonna remember that.
There is so much that can sprout legs and run there if they allow it. Mm-hmm. Then it's not gonna have the same impact. It's not gonna have the same immediate pop culture recognition. Yeah.
So you got Baszler retaining.
Unfortunately, yeah. I mean, I'm starting to get Baszler fatigue, especially
it's been a while.
Especially since Tweedledee and Tweedledum behind her are not progressing, And they haven't changed shirts. Like they've been wearing the same shirt for the last 6 months. Let's fight. Yeah. Like, okay. Y'all nasty.
At least switch it around. Y'all gotta be bored. One of y'all do the fighting now, and one of y'all do the playing.
Yeah.
But you know how they balance that out?
How?
Baszler's been winning her title matches by herself without any help.
Yeah.
And they're actually giving credence to the submission magician by having her come up with new ways to beat people.
Yeah.
So whatever fatigue I got, it's like, oh, okay. Now you put some spicy barbecue glaze on those tenders. I'll give that a shot. Give me
you with the food reference.
6-piece large fries.
All right.
Yeah. I'll mix the Coke and Dr. Pepper together. Undisputed Era against the Street Profits with 2 Fs.
Those Dr. Pepper wings over at Pluckers. Ooh, those are good.
Word?
Yeah.
They're expensive. Pluckers
is expensive.
But it's worth it. I haven't been.
The Dr. Pepper wings. Get them. Oh, God. I'm sorry, what?
Tag match, Undisputed Era against Street Profits.
7. 8. I don't think Street Profits are going to win. I don't really know if they know what they're doing with the Street Profits. And it might be a bit of a backpedal. Like, okay, we're going to call you up. We're going to just kind of put you on the back burner. We'll see what you can do. You guys talk? Okay, we'll have you talk. Oh, shit, I didn't realize. Oh, well, NXT's getting its show back. You want to go back there and be top dogs back there again? I mean, you can, because, I mean, we appreciate what you did on Raw, but you want to wrestle or do you want to talk? And, like, oh, you know what? They're good wrestling. Let's have them wrestle there because they've got a little exposure on Raw.
And they won't get lost on Raw.
They won't get lost. Okay, yeah, that'll be cool. All right, so we're going to put you back. So it was like somebody, like, had plans for them and didn't have plans for them, and then they're like, oh, yeah, I forgot this was happening, and so we'll put him in. Yeah, I was like, okay. It just seems dumb the way they're handling it.
It's ending. I got this ending in a kerfuffle and a schmoss and a bit of a faff. I think if we're building up to take over War Games, it's number 3 for Undisputed Era. They're going to be in this match, so they have to have a foil. And the first tag team I think of is Street Profits. Yeah. So this is ending in a schmoss. You still got 8 weeks before War Games, but in the first night of your big show on USA, you already want to start planting seeds that, hey, you've got an event coming up that rivals the WWE's main roster. Oh, by the way, for all you casuals that used to watch it back in the day and are too cheap to buy the fucking network, we do War Games now. Okay, that's where you start. So I've got this ending in a whole voluptuous mess.
What do you think about the Street Profits' new Sharpstown Mall T-shirts?
I haven't even seen them.
They look like 90s Sharpstown Mall T-shirts. You know,
in that case, buy one get one $1. I know what I'm gonna get.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. It's good stuff. I like their Randy in the live chat. She goes, "Did I hear Dr. Pepper wings?" Yes, you did, babe.
Adam Cole.
Baby
defends against the newly minted number 1 contender, Matt Riddle. What'd you think of that whole WWF No Mercy match between Riddle and Killian Dane?
I liked it.
Yeah.
I was a little off-put by the placement of some of the commercials. Like, oh my God, Killian Dane did the divide on Matt Riddle through a wall of plywood. And oh God, Matt Riddle is dead. We'll be back. Going to commercial, guys. Wait, what? But he's dead. And then they came back, and like Matt Riddle was like doing his bro pose because like, the fuck? What did he do? Why
he ate some spinach.
Why is he not dead? Like, okay. I don't know.
They got 2 commercial breaks, and I'm down for white on white crime in 2019, so I was all about that. Probably why I'm not watching Joker the night the movie's released. So Matt Riddle against Adam Cole. You think they're ready? You think they have the guts to put the belt on Riddle so soon?
No. Well, maybe. Out of all these title matches that are happening this week on Inconsequential TV, I think this season premiere, this one might be the one that is the least inconsequential and could actually have consequences. And Matt Riddle could surprise everybody because now that the prophecy has been fulfilled, now they can fucking get past that and get rid of the prophecy, and people in the Undisputed Era can start losing their belts. You know, like what was it? Kurt Angle. He like won all the titles, and then like immediately after he lost like one of them, And then the next week he lost another. And then he held on to this. When Seth Rollins was both the U.S. champ and the
world title champ.
When he was both of those. Oh, he had him for a while, and then he lost it. And then
Becky 2 belts.
Becky 2 belts. Becky 2 belts. Oh, well, now it's Becky 1 belt. Now it's Becky no belts. And then again.
No, Becky still has a belt.
Oh yeah, she does. Now she got it back. Well, she lost it, but she got it back.
She wears sets sometimes.
Yeah. Well, ooh. Yeah. And then again, Seth again. Now the tag titles with the Universal Championship. That lasted a cup of coffee. So now that all the Undisputed Era has all the fucking gold, and they, they could lose. And it could be Adam Cole to Matt Riddle.
Your debut show, you want your fans to leave with something memorable. Out of these 3 matches, which one is your match that you think was the highest possibility of a title change? Women's tag or men's?
Men's.
End the show on a cliffhanger, on a banger.
Yeah. That's something shocking. Shock the system.
I agree. I was gonna go out there and say if they end the show up with the women's match, because Matt Riddle and Adam Cole is actually going on first.
Is that for sure? For sure?
Yeah, they said that during the episode.
Okay.
So if we're ending with Baszler versus LeRae, dude, Undisputed Era is awesome. But if you're gonna give me 4-on-4 women war games as the main event for this year, give me all of it. The 4 horsewomen. Fucking bring back Ronda for a special attraction.
Yeah.
And give it to me.
Wait, isn't Ronda full of the pregnant right now?
No. She's trying. Trying's always fun.
So she's full of something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's something brown.
No, it's white.
What is his name? Travis Brown.
What? Oh.
See what? Yeah. Overall, NXT on the network. You gave AEW a 9. What you got NXT?
8.
8? Close because of all the belts.
That, and it's the first time they're going up head to head against the AEW. And it's also going to be the first time that it's all completely on USA. These last 2 weeks have been half on USA, half on the network because Suits. But yeah, now Suits has their season finale or whatever. Series finale?
Okay. It's over tonight.
Thank God. And
you wouldn't say that if you saw the show.
Actually, yeah, I've never seen the show, so I'm just talking shit. I don't know.
As most wrestling fans.
You know what show I got into last week while I was on vacation?
Lord.
You should watch this.
Oh, Lord.
Mindhunter. It's on Netflix. So the Netflix original. It's really cool. It's basically like the behavioral analysis unit that, like, think Criminal Minds, right? And the FBI, they're the ones that like kind of get into the heads of the serial killers to predict where they're going to go so they can arrest them before they. Well, apparently this is a retelling of the real life stories of what created the real life behavioral science unit in the FBI. So they're actually studying serial killers back in the 80s, and they're interviewing different serial killers and stuff like that. And the show's
Ted Bundy, Charles Manson.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. They didn't do Bundy, but they did get to Manson.
All right.
But yeah, it's cool, man. It's cool. It's wild. It's graphic.
You got me a graphic.
I like it. It was a good show. Sorry, what were we talking about?
Oh no, we just put the last nail in the coffin for the Wednesday Night War, man. We covered everything. It's fun. I mean, it's funny because I've said this a couple of times. This doesn't feel, as a fan's point of view, I don't think this feels like a war at all. I think we're winning. We're getting everything we've ever wanted. Like, this is the most wrestling. If
you're looking at just AEW versus NXT.
Yeah.
Okay. But it's not just those. It's Raw, SmackDown, NXT, AEW,
NXT UK,
NXT UK,
Impact,
New Japan, Impact, and whatever fucking indie you want to throw out there, your local indie or MLW or Pro Wrestling
ROW. They're on television here.
Pro Wrestling
NWA's coming.
NWA. Oh my God. It may not be a war, like it might be what you're saying, where hey, everybody's winning, until you realize you got to go clock in at work at some point. So at that point, it's not a war because you want it. Oh, fuck WWE. I'm a WCW guy. Oh, fuck WCW. I'm a WWF guy. And like, oh, we're going to have this war. No, it's more like, I got to make some cuts because I don't have enough eyeball time to like watch all of you. So it's not a war out of like,
It's kind of a war of attrition.
Yeah.
On us.
Like,
not on them.
On us. On us. What the fuck are you going to watch? What's going to make the cut and not make the cut? Because there's only so many hours in the day.
I'll be unemployed again.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
As long as I get the checks.
Yeah.
Let's end this on a high note,
Go back to sucking dick on the corner.
They tip well.
Wait, Tidwell?
Tip well.
Oh.
No, first I was going to say Jensen first. So, back in the day, that was closer. Royal Rumble tickets went on sale on Friday.
Hot dog.
Yeah, 4 months away. Got mine.
Yep.
Did you get yours?
Apparently so.
Yeah.
Yes. Happy birthday to me. So yeah, me and Randy, Porsche, Aaron, and I think maybe a couple others all rounded up together and got tickets. So we're all going.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Can't wait, man. Got some good seats. I haven't checked in the last couple of days to see how the ticket sales are doing, but
I'm sure they're gonna be fine.
But yeah, they'll be okay.
Yeah.
They'll
be all right.
So
I'm really, really interested to see how it's gonna be in the juice box at Minute Maid Field. Minute Maid Park. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's. I'm intrigued by it. Like, you've never had something like this at Minute Maid ever.
Mm-hmm.
Like, correct me if I'm wrong. Other than like local colleges graduations and stuff, like the only thing that's been there has been fucking Astros
and concerts. There's been some concerts.
There's been some concerts.
But
there hasn't been wrestling or boxing or any combat sport or anything like that at the juice box. If I'm not
mistaken, I think there was a boxing match. Miguel Cotto against somebody. There might have been one boxing match recently. Not recently, but like a couple of years ago.
Okay.
But the juice box has been around a good 15 years at least.
Already?
Yeah. Because I remember the first Super Bowl that was here in town that weekend, there was a free show at the juice box, and like Stained was the headliner. The tickets were free, but you had to pay to be like on the floor, and I wasn't on the floor, so I was only in there for like 15 minutes. Then I bounced because I was bored. And I'm a Stained guy, so if I'm gonna sit there, I'm gonna just sit at home and watch it at home. Right. So that place has been around for a hot minute, man.
Wow.
So I'm stoked, man. I can't wait. I add that to the list. That will be my fourth Rumble.
That'll be my second.
Oh yeah, San Antonio.
Yeah, San Antonio, where there was obstructed view, apparently. God damn it.
Oh,
so man. We're getting a nice little redo, at least here at home.
If any of you guys are bored this weekend, Fighting Spirit Unleashed, New Japan.
Okay. More wrestling.
Boston, New York, and Philly. Those tickets went on sale about 2 months ago. Those tickets sold out in a span of like a couple hours. They're actually going to show the New York show on Saturday live on the network. Okay. Japanese commentary only. So break out the Google Translate. Some interesting stuff going on, man. I wasn't aware of this because my historianism doesn't go that far back in the timeline. Before Jushin Thunder Liger was Jushin Thunder Liger, he was an alternate character, Kishin Liger.
Yeah.
Face paint, maniacal. Suzuki before Suzuki. Suzuki unmasked him a couple of weeks ago in a tag match.
Yeah.
And
I heard about this.
Liger vowed his revenge. So over the weekend in Kobe, there was a 4-man or 6-man or a tag match in general, and Suzuki tried to unmask him again. Liger actually hit him with a low blow behind his leg.
Yeah.
And he unmasked himself, and he had the silver and black face paint on. And for the time that I've seen Suzuki wrestle, I have never seen him scared shitless. And he was scared shitless to the point that there was a table set up in there like on the corner, and Kishin beat up fucking Suzuki into the corner. He went out of the ring and got a fucking screwdriver like the length of me when I'm hard. And he like ran up to Suzuki like he was going to stab him in the head. Suzuki moved and the screwdriver went through the table. Oh. The crowd was gasping through half that stuff because it was like, wait a minute, what the fuck's going? Wait a minute, what the fuck's going? So yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I think Liger and Suzuki are going to be wrestling. They're wrestling at Kings of Pro Wrestling, the next pay-per-view, the next event for New Japan. But I'm sure they're going to be building up their feud during this weekend back here in the States, which is probably their best outing so far since they've tested the waters. They sold out the Pyramid that first show for Strong Style Evolved, but when they went back, it wasn't completely sold out. Cow Palace was half full. The tour that they tried to do here was actually very lackluster because that was the time when Trump paused all the international visas. So it was New Japan Wrestling, and none of the Japanese wrestlers came. The main event was Juice Robinson when he was U.S. champ.
Yeah,
put on some good stuff, but most of that card was, Yeah. So this like thrice shows, these 3 shows are actually like putting New Japan on the map right now.
Randy, so a 3-inch screwdriver.
Phillips head.
Aye.
So yeah, that's happening over the weekend. That's happening this weekend. So that's it, man. Unless you have anything else to add, anything else that you want to talk about.
There was one thing.
Are you gonna talk about it?
Sure.
Yes. Go. I'm on autopilot. You take it.
HWR clapback of the week.
Clap them cheeks.
All right. I don't know why Kalisto decided to go after Andrade on Twitter. It just seemed kind of random, and maybe I just don't know that there was some more backstory on there. But basically, all he said in Spanish in the tweet was, let me see if I can remember this from memory. You don't need to cry because you only have a job because you're with a Flair. And Charlotte saw that, and apparently Charlotte knows how to read Spanish now, or she had a Google Translate. And she responded to Kalisto saying that
in English,
that said, "Who has a reason why you wear a mask?"
Oh, savage!
Which the creativeness of that.
It took me a second to put all that together.
Yeah, the creativeness of that isn't that out of there, because Bobby Heenan's been making fun of luchadors since being ugly since like fucking 30-40 years ago.
And Corey Graves has punched in his time card the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But just it coming from Charlotte, the way it came, it was priceless. It was great. I love it.
Can I offer a contender for clapback of the week?
Yes.
If this is gonna be a thing, fuck yeah. So Corey, I've heard this secondhand, so I need to double check my sources. During Raw, Sasha came out, and Corey told Michael, "Hey, is it okay if I do it this time? It's boss time." And then, like 5 seconds later, he's like, "God, I feel so dirty."
Oh, there's another contender there.
Oh shit, this is good. All right, we're gonna take suggestions for the next week.
Here is another contender. After Carmella won the 24/7,
I heard this. Yes.
Renee goes, "Now you could consummate that title, Corey."
And then Corey went back. He's like, "This just made my relationship very awkward."
That's great. That's some good stuff. There was a lot of fire going out there this week.
Anybody listening late, send your suggestions for next week. We will be back next week.
Oh, we will?
Yes. We're going to be talking about the aftermath of night 1.
Okay.
And we're going to be previewing not only Hell in a Cell, SmackDown's 20th anniversary is next Friday. Their debut on Fox, headlined with Kofi Kingston against Brock Lesnar.
Their debut on Fox is also their 20th anniversary?
Mm-hmm.
No, it took 20 years.
Brock Lesnar's first match on SmackDown in 15 years.
Wow.
So we're going to be smashing all that next week.
Cool.
Yeah. That's it, man.
All right, then. Adios, my friends. Keep it classy. Oh, next week, is that going to be on Thursday?
Yes.
We're going to go back to our new days, which we've only done once, which was Thursday, because on Wednesdays now we're going to have something to watch. Yeah. But this week we couldn't do it because you got your tickets to Fozzy.
Yeah.
But yeah. So from here on, presumably.
Oh, we do. Thursdays. If you're planning ahead like AEW scheduling, we will be back on Wednesday next month for a show because Crown Jewel's actually going to be on a Thursday.
What?
Yeah. So our schedule for that week that I sent you, one of the shows that we're recording is actually on a Wednesday because Crown Jewel's on Thursday. Exactly. And I doubt you're going to watch Crown Jewel on Thursday.
No, because it'll be at like 3 o'clock in the morning. Fuck that. That's a
No, Saudi. It starts at like noon.
Well, still, I'll be at work at noon.
And you're not going to watch it when you get off of work before we record.
Right.
Pues por mierda.
All right. Yeah. Adios, my friends. Keep it classy.
Chinga.